Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I listened, like I mentioned earlier, if you listen to any of my other reviews, I listened to books on audio, and I got smart and did library. So now, and where I live, I can get on Libby and Hoopla. And I was able to join 3 libraries. Y'all, I joined 3 thinking I was going to get this book. And I was still number 95 on the list. And I see why. James by Percival Everett. And I apologize if I mispronounce his name. But it is a bold, brilliant reimagining of Mark Twain's Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. But this time, the book is told from James, a.k.a. Jim's, perspective. With sharp wit, deep emotional insight, and a masterful storytelling, Everett recenters the narrative around Jim, which was renamed James, a man enslaved in antebellum America who is determined to reclaim his freedom and humanity. By rewriting this classic through James's eyes, Everett explores issues of race, identity, resistance, and survival with modern urgency and timeless renaissance. I see why I was number 95. I think I put this book on my request list back in December. And here it is, April. I finally got it. I had to put something else down so I could read it because I didn't want to have to wait much longer. But I found James to be an extraordinary, inventive, and necessary novel. Everett doesn't just flip the perspective. He reclaims the heart of the story, exposing the limitations and racial biases embedded in Twain's original while paying homage to its enduring power. James is no longer a stereotype. He is a brilliant, self-aware, strategic, smart, intelligent, heartbreakingly human. This man knew how to code switch. This man was code switching during this time period. And if you're African American, you know what that is. Everett's prose is sharp and layered, seamlessly blended humor, irony, and deep sorrow. He reimagines James not as the simpleton so often portrayed in Huck Finn, because he did act that way. He made it seem like he was simpleton. But again, like I said, he was code switching. But he was a man who must perform to survive. He must perform to survive, hiding his intelligence behind the mask that white society demands. This man was teaching the kids how to code switch. I couldn't believe it. It was good. The subtle yet constant code switching is one of the novel's most powerful elements. It exposes the survival strategies of enslaved people in a brutal system that denies them from being a person. One of the most brilliant aspects of James is Everett's use of language. He allows James to think and speak in articulate, complex ways in his private thoughts while outwardly performing in the broken English expected of him because he was a slave. This linguistic duality brings both humor and tragedy, eliminating the crushing burden of navigating an oppressive world. James is also a thrilling, fast-moving story in its own right, full of escapes. He escaped so many times. Dangers and unlikely alliances without ever feeling preachy. Everett thrusts readers to sit with discomfort, nuance, and complexity. He retells the journey down the Mississippi River through James's lens. After escaping from slavery to reunite with his family, he finds himself caught in a treacherous web of deception, violence, and fragile alliances. While Huck Finn still plays a role in this story, it is James who is the more center and emotional character. Everett's James is aware of the injustice and absurdity around him and his interior world, brimming with intelligence, wit, and longing. Offers a counter-narrative to the way Black lives have often been marginalized in American literature. Themes of freedom, dignity, survival, resistance, and just faith, and the cost of maintaining one's humanity through out the novel. This man ran away, and then him and Huck decide to go travel the Mississippi River to freedom. And then they ran into two other people who said that they were king of France. I believe that's what the man said. How are you going to take a slave and sell him? He was sold. And then he ran away again. It's amazing. It was amazing. He continued to be sold and ran and sold, and it was just awesome. I see why I was number 95. I would definitely be purchasing this book. I probably would purchase the hard copy of this book because it was just that good. There's just some books I just want in my library just because, and this is one of them. I would highly recommend 5 out of 5. Yeah, it was good.